Right, okay, hi guys, and welcome to another video. It's really quite late in the day today, but I've decided to film a video, because I almost didn't put one up today, because what we did is, as you guys know, the dungeon series is now over, and we filmed that final dungeon, and it was a long dungeon. So basically, I've spent pretty much all evening since I got in from work working on that, and I kind of resigned myself. I was like, oh, okay, that means I'm not going to have anything out. So I actually tweeted, I said, oh no, look, guys, I'm sorry, there's going to be no video. And then suddenly I remembered that my New Year's resolution was to not have a day where I didn't have a video go up, and I was like, I can't break it before January's even over. So hi, we're just gonna do like a very quick video. I did talk about in the Warring Crier playing through this quest here. I said I was gonna do it solo. It's the middle of the night. This is quite an impromptu video, so no, I can't be asked for figuring that out, but we are gonna actually do this quest. Since I said I wanted to do it, and it just feels like a loose end from the original Let's Play, doesn't it? So finally we are gonna complete this quest. So we can speak to Elder Hezron, who says, how fortunate that you're here. A horde of undead has been sighted shambling towards Beetleton. We have no defense against them and will surely perish without your help. They approach even now from the Watchtower coast. Will you defend our hapless village? I will defend you, and we actually get two skills here, Plague Touch and Griffin Sweep, as you do in Prophecies. Don't expect any, like, amazing insights or anything, because I really don't think I have any. It makes me think back to, like, when we were doing the original Let's Play, like, all the things I could have talked about there. But actually, if I think about it, really, I didn't talk about that much, if we're honest here, when I did it. I mostly just sped stuff up. I barely speed stuff up anymore. We might have to, though, because I'm not really sure what I have to say about this. I haven't looked on Wiki or anything. So we get loads of people, they're running away. The sentries are screaming, to arms, to arms. Do we have any war horns, as we did in the olden days? No, I don't have any war horns with me, but I do have my new build, which I guess we can kind of have a little bit of a sneak peek here before we start with the Hearts of the North, which I will start filming tomorrow. Well, not necessarily Hearts of the North. It will obviously be the first quest sort of that was added. Well, it's not even a quest, it's like an event that was added between the end of Warring Crier and the start of Hearts of the North, so we'll be seeing that. But yeah, there's not really anything that's happened, I don't think. In like Guild Wars 2 news, they released like a couple of screenshots, I think, of... I haven't actually looked at them myself, but people have been talking about them, because at this point, I'm still very excited about the game, but it's like, okay, it's just a screenshot. Screenshots have never really got me that excited. When I was a kid, screenshots used to get me really excited, because I used to sit around and like watch my dad play games, and like while he was playing, or like while it was installing, because it always took freaking forever to install stuff way back then, like I'd always read the manual and be like, oh, this looks so good, and I'd never actually read the manual. I'd just be doing it for screenshots. But anyway, you know, it's only a screenshot, but apparently there is a screenshot of a new PvP map that's out, which is quite cool, I think, because the PvP maps, if you guys don't know, in Guild Wars, if you saw my like potions video thing, I talked a little bit about this. Basically, what ArenaNet originally had in place was, oh no, did I talk about this in the end in that PvP video? I think I might have cut it out. Basically, what ArenaNet originally had in place with energy, when energy was still in the game, like, and it affected all your skills, what would happen is you'd spawn in the PvP maps and you'd have like a certain set amount of potions, right? And once you drank all those potions, that was it, I think, until you died. However, there was another cool thing. Like, it would be quite easy to drink all those potions, but another cool thing that would happen is you could actually find caches, like hidden caches of potions around on the maps, and they could be contested by either team. So it kind of added this secondary objective, right, to the matches. It was like resource management, which was quite cool. It added a bit of strategy, or a bit more strategy to the PvP maps, which was awesome. But then obviously they removed energy, and the way they kind of replaced this like secondary mechanic that they'd added to that they originally had in the PvP maps, the way they did it was they said, right, well, since we can't do that anymore with the caches, let's have a different resource on each map that can be contested. And what they did was they decided to make that resource unique every single map. So the one map, PvP map, we've already seen, it's the trebuchet. It's this huge trebuchet that either team can have control of, and when they fire it, they can destroy terrain and shoot straight into the central capture point in the middle of the map, and it's just a very key location on the map, and it's very cool. But basically, when they first revealed PvP and this map with the trebuchet, everybody was like saying, oh, this game type doesn't have enough depth. And ArenaNet had never mentioned anything about having any other kind of maps that use something other than a trebuchet. But everyone was like crying because they didn't think that the PvP maps had enough depth. And then very quickly, ArenaNet kind of turned around and they were like, oh yeah, don't worry, the other maps, other PvP maps will have all different types of secondary objectives, don't worry about it. To me, it always looked like they just kind of very quickly backpedaled, and they were like, oh shit, the fans are going to get a bit pissed off here. This is just what it seemed like to me anyway. Obviously there's no way to know for sure, but it seemed like they were kind of like that, and then they basically said, oh no, we're going to have all these different maps, it's just that they're not polished yet, we can't show them to you yet. But in any case, now finally, or since then, and that was quite a while ago, I think that was that this summer, or was that the summer before? No, it was this summer, because this was the first time we could see PvP. But yeah, basically since then we hadn't heard anything, but yeah, now there's a screenshot out, I believe, of one of the new PvP maps, which is quite cool, and another one of like PvP armor, which is quite cool. I think that their plan is to have like a system in place where you get like different rewards, like unique skins and stuff from PvP, I suppose. I mean, they're going to have to find ways to motivate people to keep playing through PvP. It's this kind of chase the carrot achievement hunting mentality that we've got, right? But I know I'm not too against that kind of thing. So I reckon they will have that kind of, some kind of incentive to keep people playing. They'll probably have titles like they had in Guild Wars 1, but I guess this armor is kind of a prestige armor that you can only get if you become really good in a certain PvP game type or something like this. So sounds quite cool. I don't know what the unique mechanic for this next map is going to be. We did hear in an interview that maybe one of them was going to be like a dragon flying across the map. Not quite sure how that's going to work, or how that's going to be like a resource or something that players have to interact with in interesting ways. No idea about that, but yeah. That was basically all that's come out in Guild Wars 2 news, I think. Loads of people have been doing loads of stuff on it, but really it's not that much information, is it? It's just a tiny little thing. But yeah, then basically we're just going to be doing this quest. I can't remember how long the quest actually is. I thought it'd be over by now. I did want to solo this. I'm not like just copping out here. I did actually want to solo this. Who knows? Eventually, if Guild Wars 2 takes ages to come out, I may end up soloing it after all. But the thing is, like, I'm just so out of it now. I'm so like, it's been so long since I soloed Prophecies, and to me, like, it's really since I've just been employed, really. I just feel like I would never have the time to do what I'm doing. In fact, I was on Guru the other day, actually. When I was this build that I've got here, I didn't want to go to just a Whirling Axe build. I wanted to go back to Axe, but I didn't really want to just go straight to that. So I was looking around on Guru for any kind of things that people might have been pairing new builds, particularly with new Elementalist stuff. I didn't find anything, obviously, because I'm using this generic boring build. But when I was on the forums, I did see there is another guy there who's like, oh, I'm soloing Prophecies, and there's like this cool thread going on, and he's doing slightly different to what I did. He, I believe, can have any secondary profession he wants and any skill he wants. He doesn't like have to come across it, which was a rule that I kind of had for myself. But in addition to just the missions, and he's not doing like secondary quests or just playing through. He's just doing missions, but he is doing bonuses as well. So it's kind of a different challenge. It's quite cool, and he's going through that. And I was just kind of reading through his thread and looking at all the stuff, and I was like, oh man, I could not go through this again. I could not do it. I was actually tempted to post in the thread and be like, oh hey, I already did this, but then I thought that'd be a bit of a dick move, because I'd hate to have done that whole solo Prophecies and then someone just said, oh yeah, this is well old news, I've already done this, so I just kind of let it be. Anyway, yeah, so this is the end of the quest, the Bone Dragon. There you go, down he goes. Didn't we actually get to the Bone Dragon before when we were in Prophecies? I think we did. But yeah, this actually, oh man, I don't know what it is. How long have I been going? 7 minutes. You know, it's not that bad. The old days of YouTube, a video had to be 10 minutes. You can go further than that. But this feels lazy. I don't know. There you go, guys. This is literally just a bit of crappy filler content for today, because I don't want to break my New Year's resolution. Dungeon videos, Hearts of the North, all that stuff will be coming up tomorrow. Let's speak to Elder Hezron. Your defeat of the Undead Horde has earned you the gratitude of all of Beetleton, Peter Redhill. Your name will live on forever in our hearts. Thank you very much. I hope that in Guild Wars 2 there is some mention of the man who once saved this town from an undead invasion. And maybe a reference to the hero who also saved them from the White Mantle and all the other numerous things that have come and plagued them and afflicted them over the years. But there you go, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you tomorrow. See you next time, guys. Have a great evening.